What's the most ridiculous lie you told that actually turned out to be true? When I was 12, I was sick of getting blamed for everything. My mom's missing earrings? Obviously me. The broken fence gate? Had to be me. Half the cookies gone from the jar? Definitely me. Even though I hate oatmeal raisin. My little cousin Becca was over one day, and she was watching me get lectured about some spilled juice in the kitchen. I wasn't even home when it happened, but somehow it was still my fault. After Mom left, Becca looked at me with these huge eyes and said, "Why does everyone think you do bad stuff?" I was frustrated and just blurted out, "Because I have a twin brother. He lives with our grandparents across town. Sometimes he comes over when nobody's looking and messes things up, but everyone thinks it's me." Becca's mouth dropped open. "Really? You have a twin?" I nodded seriously. "Yeah, his name is Daniel. He looks exactly like me, but he's way more troublesome. That's why Grandma and Grandpa keep him most of the time." The lie felt so good to tell. For once, I wasn't the bad guy. I was just the victim of mistaken identity. Becca totally bought it. She started telling her friends at school about my secret twin brother. Word spread around our family pretty quick. At Thanksgiving dinner, my aunt asked about the other boy, and my parents just laughed it off. They thought it was cute that I'd made up an imaginary twin to explain away my supposed misbehavior. The story became this weird family inside joke. Whenever something went wrong, my dad would shake his head and say, "Must have been Daniel again." My mom would roll her eyes, but never actually shut down the story. Even when I broke a plate or forgot to take out the trash, they'd play along sometimes. "Tell your brother to be more careful next time," Mom would say with a smirk. Years went by. I kept the Daniel story alive because it was funny, and honestly, it helped me avoid some trouble. Got caught sneaking snacks? Daniel must have put me up to it. Muddy footprints in the house? Daniel probably dared me to do it. By high school, even my friends knew about my twin brother who lived with our grandparents. It became part of my identity. Noah, the kid with the troublemaker twin who nobody ever saw. I was 18 when everything changed. I was home alone after school doing homework in the kitchen when the doorbell rang. I figured it was a delivery guy or maybe one of the neighbors. I opened the door and froze. Standing on our porch was a guy who looked exactly like me. Same brown hair, same green eyes, same stupid crooked nose I got from falling off my bike when I was 7. He was maybe an inch taller and his hair was cut differently, but otherwise it was like looking in a mirror. He was holding a manila folder and looked as shocked as I felt. He said, his voice shaking a little. "Is this the Garrett house?" I nodded, unable to speak. "I'm looking for Noah Garrett. I think he might be my brother." My legs went weak. I grabbed the door frame to steady myself. "What?" The guy, who looked exactly like me, took a deep breath. "My name is Daniel Hayes. I was adopted when I was a baby, and I just got access to my birth records last month. According to this," he held up the folder, "I have a twin brother named Noah who was kept by our birth parents." I stared at him. Daniel. His name was actually Daniel. "I had a DNA test done," he continued. "The adoption agency helped me track down this address. I know this is crazy, but are you Noah?" All I could do was nod. We stood there staring at each other for what felt like forever. Then Daniel smiled this crooked smile that looked exactly like mine and said, "So I guess all those years of you getting blamed for stuff I never did is about to make a lot more sense." That's when I realized he knew. Somehow, he knew about the lie. Turns out his adoptive parents had told him about me when he turned 16. They'd known he had a twin brother but hadn't been able to find us until now. Daniel had been just as curious about me as I'd been. Well, as I'd pretended to be about him. When my parents got home and saw both of us sitting at the kitchen table, my mom dropped her purse and started crying. Dad just stood there with his mouth open. "How long have you known?" was the first thing Mom asked. "I didn't," I said. "I made him up. I made Daniel up when I was 12 because I was tired of getting blamed for everything. I had no idea he was real." Daniel laughed. "All this time you've been telling people about your troublemaker twin brother, and I've been wondering what my twin brother was like. Turns out we're both troublemakers." The DNA test confirmed what we all already knew just from looking at each other. Identical twins, separated at birth because of some complicated adoption situation that happened before my parents even knew there were two of us.